Alright guys, Christian over at Unplug Car Stereo. Today we're in a Audi TT. I believe it's an 07, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll show you how to take out the radio. We're also going to do a radio install video. We're doing the new ILX in this car. Alright, so these are Unplug RRK4 radio removal keys. They come in a set of 4. RRK2 is a 2-pack. RRK1 is a 1-pack, which is an internal part number. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Alright, so grab the radio keys. These keys are the best keys we've ever seen. That's why I put our name on them. So if you do the right side, the notch faces towards the left. And on the left side, the notch faces towards the right. Alright. I'm going to put this piece of, this is trunk liner. Toolbox liner. So nothing gets scratched up. So you're going to put over here a little bit of outward pressure and just pull out. Alright. That's how great these keys are. You don't have to. Put your fingers in, push in here to release them, because they lock in. Alright. Just make sure if that piece comes up. Now, the airbag connector, you're going to have to unplug it. It's a small connector back here. You just unplug. Alright, now, make sure that there's no CDs in the radio. Oh, this guy has a full CD changer. I'll be back. Alright, now I'm back. So, took all the CDs out, it says no CD. I unplugged the airbag light. Alright, now we're going to get this out here. I'm going to turn off the radio. Down here, you're going to unplug the antenna. Okay? So all you're going to do here is push this button. There's a little tab in. Depending on the year, this one you just pull in. Also make sure you don't, because a lot of people, they don't realize this. Make sure you have your hand on it when you pull it out. Sometimes it gets stuck on something. Alright, and then push the tab and wiggle it out. See? So it is this little locking tab. Locks in right there. Alright, then to make out the main harness, all you do is squeeze right here. Pull this out. Alright, and there you go. Now, what you're going to do now is this little airbag thing. If you look down here, you could use the keys or whatever. There's a little locking tab that pushes in. Don't want to drop this radio. Push in the locking tab. Sometimes you gotta do it both sides at the same time. Alright, so you're gonna push that in. And that's what locks the thing into place. You're gonna have to do it on both sides. I can't show it to you. Alright, yeah, so you squeeze both tabs, and this thing comes right out the front, just like so. And plug it right back in. Alright, as long as you do not turn the car on, it will not trip the airbag light, okay? I recommend you disconnect the battery just in case. But I'm just going to try it on right now. No airbag light, okay? We recommend you actually disconnect the battery. If we're not, I don't know why. We always do it this way. But what happens a lot of times, sometimes too, we forget, and we just turn the car back on. This thing's beeping because it needs washer fluid. But all right, we'll be right back. All right, guys. Now we're up to the part of the great Audi TT dash kit debate. Okay. So we want the rubber one that matches. I'll pop it in there. That matches the dash. Okay, but if you look at this, this goes dash, and then the radio is going to be black plastic. So it's going to me, it looks a little funny. But this gives it a little bit rubber. I just asked the customer, gave him my opinion, and he agreed with me that this one just looks better. See, because this one has, this is black. This back here, it's a little dirty in this car, but it's actually black as well. This is black. This gets a better contrast. If you look at the factory radio, we took the rubber one off the website, and we realized that you guys stopped buying the freaking kits. If you look at the factory radio is more of a black. All right, let me put that next to the rubber touch. See, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of see this is the rubber one, this is the black one. It matches the radio better. Because this rubber matches this, but then this through the center console console silver, the radio is going to be black, this is black, it all looks better. You guys make up your own choice. We're using the 5 on this one, the ARM K5 instead of the ARM K6. We spoke to the customer, he agreed. So there we go. So first thing you're going to do, make sure the key is off. You are going to unplug your little airbag light again. Alright. Then you're going to make sure you put it in through the front. And you're going to plug it back in. Also, when you do this, make sure like the doors are closed. I don't know, just something about, I just don't want you guys getting stuck at home. Alright, so what's going on here, child? Make sure the back one is in nice and tight. Once you push the metal cage in, everything will hold a lot better. Let me go get that cage up here. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to insert the cage into here. Just be careful when you put it in. It's a tight squeeze. And last thing you want is to scratch up the outside of the cage. The kit, because if you push it in quickly, you can actually scratch up the outside bezel right here. Alright. So, just going to bend some of these plastic metal tabs in to hold the cage into the plastic. Bend as many as you can. Bend them all, I'd say. It's very important you put the cage in last. If you try to bench prep this with the cage in, it usually doesn't go into the radio. Just letting you know, because I've done it a couple times. I'm just so used to prepping stuff with other kits. The bottom right's always a pain. Alright, that's tight enough. Just make sure it doesn't wiggle. Once the radio goes in, it pushes everything in. Now let me do the brackets. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to mount the side brackets. This is the ILX. It's a mechless radio, which means it has no CD, so it's tiny. Brackets are easy. We always recommend you use the screws that came with your radio, not the screws that came with our kit. I think our kits were made for the Panasonic or maybe even Blaupunkt radios. But alright, so what you do, I'm trying to scratch anything. To do this, I usually tell people, line this up close to the edge. I know that this radio sits a little shallow, so I'm going to line it up right to the edge. Okay? And then what you do is you put the brackets in. This one you gotta be careful, because so I'm gonna do it right now. That's not. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. But since I know, I'm gonna do 5 and 7. Because I know this radio tends to stick out a little more. Alright. Then I'm gonna use the screws that came with the Pioneer radio. Pioneer, sorry, Alpine. We do so many Pioneers. Alright, so what do? We did 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 off the back. Okay. So let me go get the let me put on the other bracket. No need for you to see that, and get the trim piece. Alright guys, so I'm gonna put the radio in. I'm not doing the wiring yet. Just going to show you. Also, make sure the screws on the side are super tight, because if they're not tight and they stick out, you're going to run into a problem. Alright. And look at that. That fits perfect. I'm actually going to bring it out one more. No, that looks perfect. I'm gonna bring it out one more, just to be safe. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the perfect fit. If you bring it out one more, it might bulge out too much. Hold on, be back. Look at that, I surprised myself. This is why we had didn't go an extra step. I was sure the last one was gonna work, 5 and 7. 4 and 6 definitely looks better. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. 4 and 6 looks better. It flows a lot better. It looks a little countersunk. That's why I like our kit, because most other kits you put screws on the side and it's just sliding. our kit actually has little notches, so you can actually gauge how deep it goes by counting it, not just a guess random. You know what I mean? It still moves a little, but that's because, you know, sorry guys, it's really windy out today. Oh, and I kind of left that window open. Door was open, that's why I was making so much noise. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how you install the radio kit. Now I'm going to do the wiring. Alright guys, so first thing I'm going to show you is the Enfig SRWH VW07 SRWH AUD3 high-low. So this box, what this does, the outputs of your aftermarket radio are much lower than the factory radio. So if you get the regular harness with RCAs that you buy from everybody else, the output will be lower on anything that's amplified. So if you have a Bose system, your entire system will be low. If you don't have Bose, only your rear speakers will be low. So if you Google low rear audio Audi, it comes up, people talking about it. People don't realize that they're not getting the full potential of their radio without the high-low, because if you just, the radio, you just think that's how it sounds. You don't realize it could sound better. So this right here, this blue wire is an amp on. This is something where instead of using the amplifier turn on off the radio, this is a sound one. It doesn't, we don't advertise it because it doesn't always work too well. So if you don't get sound out of your rear speakers or any of your speakers, change this amp on to the one coming out of the harness from the radio, okay? But we're gonna leave it like this for now. Okay, so what this does is takes the speaker levels and brings it down to a higher low level, okay? So we're gonna plug this into here, goes into the factory harness. All right, now this box is the box that does your ignition, illumination, vehicle speed sense. Let me just turn it down a little. All right, it does a bunch of stuff for it. Yeah, it's gone too low. All right, so behind your radio, you have constant power and ground. That's it, and your front speakers. All right, your rear speakers will always come from the amplifier, and if you have Bose, all your speakers come from the amplifier. Okay, this blue wire is the amplifier turn on, and these two are your CAN wires. The orange wire, which is illumination, comes from this box. The red wire that tells your radio turn on and off comes from this box. The pink one, which is vehicle speed sense, comes from the box. The parking brake, it reads your parking brake through the computer, and the reverse wire comes to this box. Okay. The brown wire, not sure why that's there. Oh, that's a mute wire. Actually, that's not used in this application, but it's still in there. Okay, so now steering wheel controls. This box will also do steering wheel controls, but you have to buy the additional part. It's the SWCL Alp for Alpine. So you're gonna plug this in here. Right now you gotta program the box. You gotta disconnect this side with this side still plugged in. Wait a good 5 or 10 seconds. Plug it back in. Now all these little jumpers in here, see how there's loops? These little loops tell the box that you're to speak Alpine language. Okay. Now this side you can cut off, but we make this side is designed to go directly into a Blaupunk radio. Okay. So we make a conversion cable, plugs into here. Okay. And then this plugs directly into the output. Alright guys, our next thing we're going to do is going to put the antenna adapter in. This thing converts your German antenna into a connection that standard Molex connector, which all aftermarket radios take. Alright, so that goes in like that. And then this is the standard connection. Now this, what this does, this feeds the antenna boosters in your car and allows you to turn them on. So you're going to grab over here. You see that has a locking pin. You're going to face the locking pin towards the red wire. Make sure you get that right. You don't want to get stuck in there crooked. Heard it click? Now it's in there. So now, we got all that done. Now we're going to use the plug and play. So we're going to connect this into here. Okay. That's it. Now when you go into the radio, this should be adjusted. This car doesn't have Bose, so what we do is we turn on the radio and we try to match the front to the back. Usually halfway is where we recommend it. It'll say it in the instructions. Since this car has Bose, only the rear. But we're gonna adjust it when anything's playing. Alright, so you can tuck this back here. There's plenty of room, especially since try to wedge it between some wires so it doesn't move around. Okay. Now on the back of this radio, this plugs in directly into the back, exactly where the factory one would have. The antenna adapter plugs into here. There's a long black wire. I'm not going to plug it all the way because we're going to push it in. And then the remote wire, there's a button back here. Usually this says remote. Make sure you don't put it into the mic one because they're the same size. Alright, we're also going to run a mic on this car, but we're just going to, we're going to pull the car inside only because, oh, sorry, I completely forgot. On this harness, we have a pink wire, which is vehicle speed sense. We're not hooking that up because this one does not require it. Now the green one for this one is park and brake. We're going to hook that up. And then the reverse wire is blue, purple and white. On the Alpine harness, it's going to be green and white. But they still plug into each other. That tells the car's in reverse for a backup camera. We always just hook it up just in case. If you question whether or not you can do a backup camera. That goes there. Put the trim piece back on. Wipe down the face. And voila. Not a bad angle.
현장 멋진 데이에 전화로 참여하세요. 예약 신청은 718-358-9300. 생방송 신청은 718-361-9300.
That's pretty funny. That almost sounds like someone was making fun of them. But there you go. You see? Also, we have retain accessory position, which means it'll stay on until you pull out the key. That's it. I mean, clean install. You can see everything looks good. All right. That's about it. Video is brought to you by UntitledCarStereo.com. Oh, if you're doing a radio with GPS or Sirius, we also have the factory adapters to keep the Sirius antenna. And this car comes with a GPS antenna on the roof. We're going to verify it now because we're going to do a video. But yeah, all I'm saying is that we can keep the antennas if that's what you want. All right. Video is brought to you by UntitledCarStereo.com. We sell and install. We also ship worldwide. If you're a shop, we do wholesale accounts. We ship worldwide. We have decent shipping rates for worldwide shipping. Also, that's it. Oh, sell. We also install, wholesale, shipping. I think that's it. All right, UntitledCarStereo.com. Thanks for watching.